Hey everybody, it's Pastor Paul. I'm here on the campus at Grace, and I'm making this video for you so that you'll know what to expect and how to prepare for this first Sunday that we're coming back to worship indoors after we've been out for this COVID crisis over the past several months. Well, first of all, before you leave home, I want to encourage you to print out the worship materials for Sunday morning. Of course, all the words for the songs will be on the screen, but it'll be important for you to have the printed materials because it'll minimize our contact with one another. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be as cautious as we can so we're not spreading germs or viruses to one another. So print those out before you come. Before you get out of your car, I want to make sure that you grab your face mask. I know you have it in your car because we have to have them these days wherever we go, but make sure you bring it with you on Sunday morning. If you're going to be within 6 feet of anyone who is not a direct member of your family, you really need to have your face mask on to protect them and protect yourself. Before you enter the worship center on Sunday morning, you need to read the sign. The sign just simply says, if it's possible, if you bring your hand sanitizer with you, why don't you hand sanitize before you grab the door and then come on in. You'll see throughout the facility there are signs that will direct you and help you to be prepared and to keep us all safe. So when you come into the worship center on Sunday, you'll see various signs throughout the facility. For instance, this one says, please sanitize before entering the sanctuary. We've purchased a couple of these non-touch hand sanitizers, and all you'll need to do is motion your hand underneath and get the sanitizer and clean off. There'll also be some pump sanitizers throughout the facility as well. You can utilize those. We've cleaned everything thoroughly and we'll continue to do so week to week and even in between the services with Clorox disinfectant spray. We use the hand sanitizing wipes. We also purchased some industrial strength sanitizer, and it says right on the label that it's for coronavirus, so that'll help us to keep things safe here. Restroom facilities also have signs in there that'll explain what to do with the paper towels after you've finished washing your hands, and the paper towels will tell you what to do with those. We trust that you'll maintain cleanliness before and while you're here. When you come into the worship space here at Grace, we want you to feel safe. And so we're going to have every other pew cordoned off, so we'll be at least a pew apart, unless of course we get maximum crowds. But in any case, we should be able to maintain social distance from one another. I want to encourage you to, if it's at all possible, to not sit directly in front of or directly behind another person or another family. As we experience communion together, we'll return to our normal communion schedule, that is communion at every service at the traditional 8:15 service, and communion on the first Sunday of the month at our contemporary service at 10:45. To maintain as much safety as we can, we're going to continue with the individual pre-packaged communion kits that we used in our worship service out in the parking lot. The communion kits will be in the racks in the pews right in front of you, so again, no one will have to hand them to you and you won't have to go and pick them up anywhere. They'll be in the racks in the pew in front of you. I know it's not an ordinary way for us, or maybe what we're used to, but we're communing with God and we're continuing with word and sacrament ministry as best we can. One final word before we wrap up this video. I know that there's many of you who are not yet ready to return to public settings like worshiping here at Grace. And for various reasons, for health concerns and so on, I just wanted to let you know that we completely understand that. And we know that your spirits are worshiping with us and our thoughts and prayers are with you. We're still one body of Christ together. And when the time is right for you to return to worship, we'll be here worshiping. And in the meanwhile, if you want to catch the worship services online, you can do so at our main website, www.graceistheplace.net, and on the other various media platforms. God bless you, and we're looking forward to being together again in His sanctuary.